For many decades following the devastation of the Second World War, Japan steadfastly adhered to a pacifist constitution. Its military, known as the Japan Self-Defense Forces, JSDF, was strictly limited to a defensive role. However, by the year 2025, a profound transformation is unmistakably underway. The nation is visibly shifting from this long-held pacifism towards a more assertive and robust defense posture. This significant change is not occurring in a vacuum. It is largely driven by a complex and evolving security landscape in East Asia, with growing concerns over the military assertiveness of China, the unpredictable nature of North Korea's missile programs, and the ongoing strategic challenges posed by Russia in the wider region, compelling Tokyo to reassess its fundamental security doctrines. This strategic recalibration found concrete expression in Japan's 2022 National Security Strategy. This landmark document signaled a decisive turning point for the country's defense policy. A core commitment within this strategy is the ambitious plan to substantially increase defense spending. The aim is to reach 2% of its gross domestic product, GDP, by the year 2027. Should this target be achieved based on current economic projections, Japan would ascend to become the world's third-largest military spender. This places it just behind the United States and China, signifying a monumental shift in its global standing, and its willingness to invest heavily in national security capabilities, reflecting a new era of strategic thinking in Tokyo. The practical implementation of this renewed defense orientation includes significant structural reforms within its armed forces. By March of 2025, Japan successfully established a new joint command structure. This development is designed to enhance operational coordination and interoperability across the different branches of the Japan Self-Defense Forces, the ground, maritime, and air self-defense forces. Such a unified command is crucial for modern warfare, allowing for more agile and effective responses to potential threats. It also aligns Japan more closely with the operational command structures of its key allies, particularly the United States, facilitating smoother combined military activities and planning in an increasingly complex security environment for the Indo-Pacific. Further underpinning this military metamorphosis is a notable evolution in Japan's defense industry policies. The government has been progressively easing its traditionally strict arms export controls. This policy shift opens up new avenues for Japanese defense contractors to engage with international partners and markets. Consequently, there has been a discernible growth in Japan's domestic defense market. Prominent corporations like Mitsubishi Heavy Industries are reporting increased order intakes for sophisticated military assets. This industrial mobilization not only supports the JSDF's modernization, but also positions Japan as a more significant player in the global defense technology landscape, moving beyond its previous constraints. As of 2025, Japan's military capabilities place it among the world's most formidable armed forces. According to the Global Firepower Index, Japan ranks 7th globally in overall military strength, a testament to its significant investments and advancements. This ranking is supported by a Power Index score of 0.1839, indicating a robust and well-equipped defense establishment. In terms of personnel, the Japan Self-Defense Forces comprise approximately 247,150 active members. These are further supplemented by a contingent of 55,000 reserve personnel and around 14,350 in paramilitary forces, creating a substantial body of trained individuals ready to safeguard the nation's interests against a variety of threats. The JSDF's inventory of military hardware is both extensive and technologically advanced across all its branches. The Japan Air Self-Defense Force, JSDF, operates a fleet of around 1,444 aircraft. This impressive number includes state-of-the-art F-35 stealth fighters, providing a critical edge in air superiority in strike missions. The Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, JMSDF, boasts a powerful naval presence with 155 ships. Among these are 4 helicopter carriers, such as the notable Izumo-class vessels, alongside 36 modern destroyers and 21 highly capable submarines. The Japan Ground Self-Defense Force, JGSDF, is also well-equipped, possessing 562 main battle tanks and approximately 1,990 artillery units, ensuring credible land-based defense. Modernization remains a continuous priority for Tokyo, with a strong focus on acquiring and developing next-generation military technologies. The JMSDF is actively procuring new multi-mission stealth frigates and advanced attack submarines to bolster its maritime capabilities. Crucially, Japan is also developing indigenous long-range strike capabilities, including sophisticated missiles designed to target enemy bases from a significant distance, a clear departure from its purely defensive doctrine. Furthermore, substantial investments are being channeled into enhancing its cyber warfare and space domain awareness capabilities. Innovations showcased at events like the DSEI Japan Defense Exhibition include prototype railguns for warships and high-power laser systems for drone defense, demonstrating a commitment to cutting-edge technology. The cornerstone of Japan's security architecture is its deeply entrenched alliance with the United States. By 2025, this crucial partnership has been significantly strengthened and adapted to meet contemporary challenges. The United States has strategically positioned more mobile, resilient, and capable forces in Japan. This includes the deployment of the 12th Marine Littoral Regiment in Okinawa, specifically equipped with anti-ship missiles, and MQ-9A Reaper drones for enhanced intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance (ISR) operations. The U.S. has also upgraded its command structure in Japan to improve joint operational planning and execution, ensuring seamless collaboration. These combined measures significantly bolster deterrence, particularly concerning potential contingencies around Taiwan and stability in the East China Sea.
China's considerable apprehension regarding Japan's evolving military posture is rooted deeply in historical context. The memories of Japanese aggression during the Second World War cast a long shadow over bilateral relations. Beijing remains acutely aware of Japan's pre-war military prowess, and its historical reputation for rigorous soldier training, factors that contribute to a persistent wariness. This historical backdrop informs China's interpretation of Japan's current military enhancements, viewing them not merely as defensive adjustments, but as potential indicators of a resurgence of Japanese power that could challenge China's own regional ambitions. The narrative of past conflicts often resurfaces in Chinese discourse when discussing Japan's security policies. Japan's ambitious military buildup, particularly its $320 billion defense roadmap unveiled in 2022, is a primary source of concern for Beijing. This comprehensive plan includes the acquisition of significant long-range strike capabilities, such as advanced cruise missiles. These weapons possess the potential to target critical assets on the Chinese mainland, thereby directly challenging Beijing's perceived regional military dominance and altering the strategic calculus in East Asia. The ongoing modernization of the JSDF, including the introduction of F-35 stealth fighters, new stealth frigates, and highly capable attack submarines, is viewed by China as a direct move to counter its own growing naval and air power in the Western Pacific. The unresolved territorial dispute over the Senkaku Islands, which China claims as the Diaoyu Islands, serves as a persistent flashpoint, exacerbating tensions between the two nations. Chinese military aircraft and Coast Guard vessels frequently operate in the vicinity of these uninhabited islands, prompting swift responses from Japanese forces. This cat-and-mouse dynamic in the East China Sea heightens the risk of miscalculation or unintended escalation. Japan's increasing military presence in the region, coupled with planned joint naval exercises with the United States and other partners in strategically sensitive areas like the Indian Ocean, are interpreted by Beijing as direct countermeasures aimed at containing its influence and asserting Japanese claims. Furthermore, Beijing often perceives Japan's strengthened military capabilities and its robust alliance with the United States through a geopolitical lens that views Japan as an American proxy army in the Indo-Pacific. This perspective suggests that Japan's military resurgence serves Washington's broader strategy of containing China's rise. Japan's proactive diplomatic efforts to increase coordination with other regional powers, such as Australia and India, forming partnerships often referred to as the Quad, are also seen by Beijing as part of a concerted effort to build a coalition aimed at limiting China's expanding economic and political influence, including initiatives like the Belt and Road. This fuels a narrative of encirclement within certain Chinese strategic circles. Arguments supporting Japan's potential trajectory towards superpower status often begin with its formidable economic foundation. As the world's third-largest economy, Japan possesses substantial financial resources. This economic strength provides the necessary underpinning for its ambitious military expansion and allows for significant investment in developing cutting-edge defense systems and technologies. A robust industrial base, renowned for its innovation and quality, further enables Japan to pursue self-sufficiency in key areas of military production. This economic clout also translates into considerable diplomatic leverage and the capacity to fund international development and security cooperation initiatives, thereby extending its global influence beyond just military terms. The tangible growth in Japan's military capabilities further fuels the debate about its rising power. The commitment to double its defense budget towards the NATO benchmark of 2% of GDP is a clear statement of intent.
This financial injection facilitates the acquisition of offensive capabilities, a significant departure from its post-war doctrine, and supports its consistent ranking among the top 10 global military powers. Coupled with its technologically advanced armed forces and the unwavering strength of the US-Japan alliance, which acts as a force multiplier, Japan's strategic influence in the Indo-Pacific region and beyond is undeniably on an upward curve, making it a pivotal player in regional security dynamics. However, despite these compelling indicators of growing strength, Japan faces significant limitations and constraints that temper its ascent to full-fledged superpower status. Perhaps the most prominent is its pacifist constitution. Although Article 9 has been reinterpreted to allow for collective self-defense and a more robust military posture, it still officially restricts Japan to defensive operations and prohibits the threat or use of force to settle international disputes. Overcoming this deep-seated constitutional and societal constraint would require profound legal and political changes. Furthermore, Japan grapples with serious demographic challenges, including a rapidly aging population and persistently low birth rates, which strain long-term manpower availability for the military and potentially impact sustained economic growth. In conclusion, as of 2025, Japan is unmistakably a re-emerging and influential regional power with significant global standing, particularly within Asia. Its determined military buildup and the deepening of its alliance with the United States position it as a formidable counterweight to China's growing assertiveness. Nevertheless, it does not yet fit the traditional mold of a global superpower. Constraints such as its reliance on imported energy and raw materials, the aforementioned constitutional limitations on offensive military power, and pressing demographic headwinds mean its focus remains primarily regional rather than global in terms of dominance projection. Japan is therefore more accurately described as a nation vigorously reasserting its strategic importance and shaping the future of the Indo-Pacific.